This video is based on Sadequain Foundation USA's book titled Sadequainism 101. This book is a reprint of Sadequain's original book titled Rubaiyat-e Sadequain Nakash he published in 1970, containing about 800 quatrains interpreted by about 200 drawings. Sadequainism 101, in addition to the contents of the original book, contains English translation of the quatrains and the English translation of Sadequain's illuminating essay about the philosophy behind his poetry and painting. The book is authored by Dr. Salman Ahmad, founder of Sadequain Foundation USA, and author of 31 books on Sadequain's life and work. Sadequainism 101 is perhaps the only book in the history of mankind which contains poetry of the man who also inscribed the poetry for the book and interpreted the poetry by intellectually probing and scintillating drawings. The poetry in the book is categorized under 10 culturally and socially astute headings. Let's review samples of each of 10 categories of quatrains, along with their corresponding drawings. Category 1 is titled Lost in the Valley of Poet Khayyam. For once I want to try my hand at lyricism. What is the difference between painting and composing poetry? My paintings have been poetic in the past. Now my poetry will also illustrate my paintings. Category 2 is titled Relationship between Painting and Painter. Is it the goddess or the demon which influence me? Whichever it is has total control. I respond with distress accordingly. Whoever controls my soul. Category 3 is titled Dancing Naked in City Square. Not appropriate, O dwellers of town. They are forbidden. Revealing dresses prescribed in town. But under his garb, hiding a bottle of booze. Preacher advises impiety in a drunken tone. Category 4 is titled Reflection in the Mirror. It is not polite to chime my own accolades. So, I invite the guests to sit at the vantage spot. But the costly Buddha statue on the mantel boasts of my wealth and boosts my ego. I inspected the painting from an acute angle, then stepped back to cast a critical glance. Poor painter was duly impressed, I reckon. Must be fooled that I was a connoisseur. Category 5 is titled Struggle. Facing headwinds and lack of trust. Harsh weather and rocky ground. Situation might be flowery elsewhere. I survive like a cactus in the desert. Category 6 is titled The Gallows. When my heart is moved in reverence, I advance toward the gallows for sacrifice. But on pretentious carpets in the ornate mosques, I would never bow under expensive chandeliers. Category 7 is titled Observations. I sing my own tune in the congregation. I am naked, but I stroll with pride. You may call me maniacal or a mystic. Nothing deters me from speaking the truth. My love, it is a world full of greed. If not for me, your world would be empty. You are but a small part in my life. Yet I mean the whole world for you. Category 8 is titled Vanity. How pampered maiden strolled in style. Dolled up head to heel she arrived. As a statue has come alive. Emerging from the caves of a junta. Category 9 is titled Miscellaneous. Break the back of this stubborn monster. Crack the head open of this barbarian. In the meantime, the moon-faced nymphets pleaded. He is a harmless vagabond, leave him alone. Category 10 is titled Returning Back toward the Homeland. Advance toward the meadows, but not toward the cage. Don't engage in a task in which you are not disciplined. When I compose a quatrain, my heart insists not to labor on an effort contrary to my temperament, toward the pastures of scholarships and sketches, meaning toward the painting's flair. Why I dwelled on a strange rhyming ground. Today I leave for my own motherland. The moment I completed the task last evening, I raised a toast and murmured to myself, I dedicate my creation of the month gone past. In the name of poet Khayyam, calligrapher Yakut, and painter Mani.